Hello again. This is going to give you the answers to Quick Quiz 2. So I'm just asking you to watch so that when these questions show up again on the test, you'll know what you're looking for. So the first thing you got to put in is your email address. I don't know why it didn't. I don't know why it didn't automatically record email addresses. I thought I had it set up to do that. So yeah. You're going to use your NCPS student email address. So last name dot first name at ncpsstudent.org is going to be the email address. Or so this is so that I can send the quiz back to you after I grade it for you to be able to study. If you have a different email address, you'll be more likely to check. You can put that one in there. So class period, you'll put whatever class period you're in, and then first and last name. Hopefully all of y'all have done this already, and this is just you watching to see if your answers are correct. All right, so it says click on the items that are matter. And there's 4 things. So if you only clicked 1, that's why you got this wrong. If you only clicked 2, that's why you got this wrong. So you got to ask yourself on each one, does it have mass? Does it take up space? If the answer is no to either of those questions, it's not matter. Anger takes up space, but it doesn't have mass, so it's not matter. Shadows don't take up space or have mass. Love doesn't take up space or have mass, but cell phones, air, rocks, and water all do. Now, you may have gotten that in a different order because I have this set up to scramble. And then souls do not have mass, do not have volume. And then the other way I can tell is because I already have my 4 answers. What 2 questions do you ask yourself if something is matter? Notice it says 2 questions. So if you only clicked on one of them, that's why you got it wrong. Does it have mass and does it take up space are the 2 things that you needed to click there. What are the building blocks of matter, not life? If I said building blocks of life, then cells would be the answer. I will accept either atoms or elements here. Either one of those would get you the right answer. After you do that, you're going to hit next. And then what is this? What's the title of this image? What is this thing called? It's the periodic table of elements. Click on the substances that are compounds. And there's going to be 4 of them. And these need to be things that you cannot find on the periodic table by themselves, things that are made up of more than one element. It also needs to be things that are combined chemically and can't be easily separated. Okay? So water is a compound. Anything with a chemical formula is going to be a compound. So water, carbon dioxide, salt, and sugar are all compounds. I think it's interesting. They're all squeezed together, even with it being random. Plasma is the 4th stage of matter. Click on all that are through. So there's 3 answers. So it is made of atoms that are stripped of their electrons, so the nuclei are tightly packed. It exists at high temperatures and pressures and is much hotter than other matter. All right, 3 things that are true about compounds. It creates a new substance with its own properties. It's not easily separated. It's chemically combined. Substances that are compounds. We're looking for anything that has more than one capital letter. If it only has one capital letter, it's an element. So if it has more than one capital letter, then it's a compound. So that's just 1, so that's not it. But here's 2 capitals. So nitrous oxide is 1, carbon monoxide, sugar, and salt. All right, so the mixtures are going to be the 4 things we didn't click on before when we were clicking on compounds. So steel is a mixture, trail mix, soil, and salt water are all mixtures. You can separate them back out. They do not combine chemically. Click on all the substances that are elements. Well, an element is going to have 1 capital letter. So sugar, definitely not it. Salt, not it. But there's carbon with just 1 capital letter. Hydrogen, 1 capital letter. Oxygen, 1 capital letter. Gold, 1 capital letter. The smallest possible part of an element that cannot be cut any smaller and still have the properties of that element is called an atom. A mixture is not easily A mixture retains the properties of the substances that are combined, is not chemically combined, and is easily separated. For the extra credit, describe a substance going through phase change. What I wanted you to do was say like an ice cube is a solid, but once it is out of the freezer, it is a solid. Its particles are tightly packed. But as it begins to melt, the particles loosen up and flow, and it is now a liquid. If the puddle sits on the counter for long enough, eventually all of the liquid particles will evaporate into fast-moving gas particles. Now, of course, you don't have to get that wordy, but put it in your own words. All right. Have to hit submit when you're done. Don't forget to do that. Bye.